Well, my last morning here in Vietnam, it started off pretty nice to be honest, but the clouds had just come over. I've managed to dry out a bit of my stuff from the rainstorm that I got caught in last night, but we're still feeling pretty damp. All packed up, ready to go. It's just gone 7 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, it was nice this morning, but the clouds are definitely starting to come in, and I give it a 50-50 chance that it's going to rain. I'm really hoping it's not. But like I said last night, I'm about 17 kilometers from the border now, so under an hour's ride. So yeah, the main task really today is head to the border, cross over and get into Cambodia. Okay, well I'm about 5 or 6 kilometers away from the border now. The border I'm aiming for, the Moc Bai Bavat, I think that's how you pronounce both the towns. This border is pretty much the main border between Vietnam and Cambodia, so I have heard it is going to be busy and you can take some time to get across, but as my experience shows with the ferry getting into Ho Chi Minh, can't always rely on what the reviews say, as my ferry was pretty easy getting across and all the reviews for that were horrendous. So yeah, within the next 15-20 minutes I should be pretty much at the border, and let's see what it's like. So I've still got a little bit of currency left on me, not much, it works out about £3 or £4 I think, but instead of taking it over into Cambodia and losing out on getting it exchanged, I want to try and spend it while I'm here and try not to waste it on stupid things. So I think what I'll do is I'll top up my petrol supply here for the stove. That should get rid of about 70 pence worth I think. And then have a look at getting some water and stuff. Perfect. 2 litres of petrol, 80p, not bad. Right, well I've been stamped out of Vietnam. Now to take the bike through and get into Cambodia. Right, well I'm kind of in no man's land at the minute, at least according to my passport. Stamped out of Vietnam but not yet in Cambodia. Just ahead of me is the Cambodia immigration. So yeah, it's time to go through. Well, that's it, I'm through. There's Cambodia immigration. Pretty easy to be honest, taking me about 20 minutes to get through. The longest part about it was I forgot my pen to fill in the arrival card and they wouldn't let me back out to my bike, so I had to hunt one down. But apart from that, yeah, real simple, real easy. Everyone else in the queue in front of me, all the foreigners got their fingerprints taken. Kind of took one look at me and really just didn't bother, just stamped my passport and shoved me through. So I didn't get my fingerprints taken, but yeah, Cambodia, country 21. It is about 9:30 and the clouds are just starting to go and it's starting to heat up, so time to get away from the border. Cambodia. I'm less than 100 meters away from the border, just leaving. It's full of casinos around here. They're all either up and running or being built. But lots of people trying to sell me stuff or swap my money, so yeah, time to get out of here. Well, it's just gone midday. I just stopped off to get some lunch. And it's just dawned on me, I know nothing about Cambodia. I know none of the language or anything. So yeah, I've definitely got some research to do there. Just as you know, I'm getting used to Vietnam, I'm kind of picking up a lot of the words, understanding a lot of the signs and things like that. Getting used to the currency, and then bang, you're in a new country, you start again. So yeah, it feels a little bit strange again, but I'm sure I'll pick it up. Like I said, I have some learning to do. I am around about 160 kilometers from the capital. Like I said the other day, once I get to the capital, I'm going to try and find somewhere just to base myself for 3 or 4 days. I'm in desperate need of doing some washing and sorting some stuff out. Some of my equipment is a little bit damp from last night. Hopefully I can sort that before I arrive in the capital, but we will see. Today is turning into a nice hot day again. The clouds are still about, but they are pretty low on the horizon right now, so the sun is truly out and it's heating up. But I think the plan is just head along towards the capital. There is Highway 1 behind me. It's not that busy at all. The roads here so far haven't been as good as Vietnam in terms of how smooth they are, but I still have a little bit of a hard shoulder, and it's definitely nowhere near as busy as what the Highway 1 was in Vietnam. So yeah, I think I'm just going to plod along there. What's really nice as well, since I crossed over, it kind of feels like this weight has just been lifted from my shoulders. The last 7-10 days in Vietnam, you know, I've been really concentrating on making sure I make the border in time. You know, having a set amount of kilometers to do each day, and I crossed over with probably 12 hours left of my visa, so I was cutting it pretty fine. But now that I'm in Cambodia, all of a sudden that weight, that pressure is just gone. Cambodia is nowhere near as big as Vietnam, and I have 1 month here. Probably only going to need 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks to cross and do the things that I want to do. So it's nice now, just plod along, you know, there's no pressure anymore. It's not like I have to do 100 kilometers today, go go go. No, just sit on the bike, turn the pedals and enjoy the view. So yeah, that's the plan for the rest of the day anyway. Try and make it another 60 odd kilometers and then find somewhere I can put up the tent. So, the strangest thing just happened to me. I just stopped off in this shop in a village, just to try and refill my water and grab an ice cream as it was hot. And I go in there, the woman's serving me, and this guy comes out from the back, kind of takes one look at me, you know, stops for a couple of seconds, and then just marches over, biggest smile on his face, grabs me by the hand without saying a word and just takes me into this room out the back. And I go in there and there's 8 other guys sitting down at this table. 2 are in military uniform, a couple are in police uniform, there's another guy just in normal clothes, and the rest of them are all in matching t-shirts. And I kind of just go in there thinking, oh no, what's going on here? And they all just kind of look at me again without saying a word. The guy just produces me and you know, presents me to all these people, and then everyone, big smiles, they pull out a chair, sit me down, and give me cold beer and food. Turns out that two of the guys speak pretty good English, so I was speaking to one of them, and he was telling me basically that he was the head of immigration at the border that I've just passed. The guy sitting next to me was the mayor of the province. The other 2 in the army uniform were like high up generals in the army, and all the rest in matching t-shirts. They were all policemen. So I was just kind of sat there a bit shocked really, and it turned out that I just spent an hour drinking beer with these guys. You know, it's a bizarre thing to be, you know, in the country for less than 4 hours, and I'm linking arms with the mayor drinking beer and with the general drinking beer. It was just bizarre. And then all of a sudden, everyone in the matching t-shirts, they just stand up and they start taking their t-shirts off, and I'm like, oh, what's going on now? We're playing a party game. And they all just start trying to give me their t-shirt. It was the most bizarre thing. And then in the end I ended up with the mayor's t-shirt, which is this one. And he offered it to me as a souvenir, and basically just sat back down, no t-shirt on. So right now the mayor is wandering around the village down there with no t-shirt on, with his belly hanging out. So I now have a new t-shirt. I'm not quite sure what it's about from what I understand. It's something to do with a New Year celebration. Might have a little bit of a political message as well on it, so I'm not too sure how keen I'll be to wear it through the whole of Cambodia, but I will Google it and have a look to see exactly what it means. But yeah, it was the most bizarre thing. I was taught how to salute. Apparently it's like this and like this. So I spent 5 minutes practicing with these high-ranking, you know, military officials how to salute, and then yeah, well, after an hour and far too many beers, I made my excuses and I said I had to get going. Everyone stands up, they salute me, shake my hand. It's just the most bizarre thing, you know. I only went in the shop for an ice cream. So yeah, amazing. Like I said, I've been in the country less than 4 hours, and yeah, you don't get much of a better welcome than that. So yeah, like I said, the mayor right now is wandering around topless because I have his t-shirt. So yeah, at least I have a clean t-shirt now. Alright, just gone 5 o'clock, and it's time to look for somewhere to camp. There's definitely a lot less people in this country, so camping spots haven't been too hard, to be honest, once I'm outside the villages. In front of me there, that's the road that I've been on. I've just come off it maybe 100-150 metres to these bunch of trees, and it's got a nice flat area. So tonight I think this will be home, and for my first camp in Cambodia. So yeah, like I said, it's getting late, maybe about another hour of light left, so time to get the dinner on.